we're about to talk about Super Mario 3D World. So yeah, now we're back after a brief break. Well, we got Matt back, and we should talk about Super Mario 3D World now.
Yeah.
Woo.
I'm pretty excited for that game.
I am really stupidly hyped for that game, and I wasn't even a giant fan of 3D Land.
I was a giant fan of 3D Land.
But I'm sorry. Playable Peach and the return of Charge and Chuck.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Best
Peach.
game of all years.
Just take my money.
Charge and Chuck alone, but like Peach, that game just, oh boy, like I really hope that it works with like the 4-player co-op, but just like
it works.
One of the biggest complaints like most people had with like the new Super Mario Bros. Like Wii is that you play as 2 Toads instead of like interesting characters. And not, I mean, I love Toad; he's my favorite. Like, I mean, why were they both Toad?
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah. It wasn't Toad. It was Blue Toad and Yellow Toad. It was.
Yeah, well, it's still Blue Toad, but
Buckenberry and Oligold.
Yeah, but it's like, why couldn't you play as Peach or like Wario or whatever? And like in this game, you could play as Peach and she can float, and like that's awesome.
And Luigi's got the kicky jump.
And Toad's faster.
Toad's the fastest. I want this game. The idea of a 4-player 3D Super Mario Brothers 2 or Super Mario Brothers USA rather is just sounds amazing to me. I really want to play it.
Yeah, it looks great, and like 3D Land was a really good game. Like the camera's perfect.
It is. It's a terrific game. It didn't really wow me the way that like a Galaxy did.
Well, I don't know if this one will either, but like they're at least trying something different with like the multiple playable characters.
Yeah, Josh is right. Like I did everything there was to do, absolutely everything there was to do in Super Mario 3D Land in less than 20 hours. Mm-hmm. That's not a lot of bang for your buck. But one thing that I'm really excited about, they showed off in like the developers like the closer look at it, you know, they showed off the cat suit. They talked about all the stuff that can do. That looks like fun. Climbing on walls looks like a lot of fun.
Plus the characters are all adorable in it.
Oh yeah.
They're like Knuckles.
They look like footy pajamas. But the thing that they showed off in that trailer, they didn't even really they just kind of like tossed it out there. They didn't really focus on it, but there's like hidden green stars like in Galaxy 2. And like that sounds very exciting to me because the green stars in Galaxy 2 added a ton of just replay value. Looking for them in every stage, you know, none of them are immediately obvious, and so like just the idea that that's in this game gets me pretty hyped.
Well, they're just like the star coins, but different, right?
Yeah, only not star coins.
So there's no star coins?
No, there's just green stars instead, I think.
That's a little bit odd, but
yeah.
Well, whatever. It's still cool.
Yeah.
Still pretty.
A lot of. You might have noticed that like the Tanuki suit is back. They showed that like briefly in a video. You had to like be paying attention to see it. IGN said like in an interview that the frog suit is also back.
Ooh.
Oh, nice,
dude.
I guess they saw that in like a playthrough or something. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
God, there was something else. There was something else I wanted to say about it, but I can't even remember.
Was it transparent pipes? I think transparent
pipes.
Cool.
Oh yeah, clear pipes.
Those are cool.
I like the idea, but I think they should be transparent green.
Mm-hmm.
It should be somewhat.
Just so that it has that little, so that's not quite so alien, you know.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. It's very nitpicky. It's very nitpicky, bro. I'm just giving, you know.
I think it's cool, man.
I think the idea of transparent pipes with like coins and fuzzies inside of them that you have to like avoid, I think that's neat, especially in 3D. Mm-hmm. So I'm totally on board.
I'm surprised it's coming out this year. I didn't expect it to. I expected Mario Kart to come out this year.
I think
it's not in 3D. It's on the Wii U.
I know that.
Oh well, Ricky said in 3D.
I mean in a 3D space, like in a 3D Mario game. Is what I meant. I mean, it is called Super Mario 3D World.
Yeah.
I feel like that defeats the whole purpose of the title, 3D.
Yeah. How about it?
Well, they just wanted the name.
They should have called it Super Mario Wii U World.
No,
that's even worse.
Yeah, they just should have just given a new name. Jesus.
Yeah.
But whatever. I look forward to not being able to play with any of you because it won't be online.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I think it is interesting to know. I don't think we've mentioned. I don't know if you guys mentioned it before, because I was not paying 100% attention. But 90%, 90%. That's just good. Um, this is the first time like a 3D Mario game is multiplayer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
It is.
And that's very exciting to me.
Yeah, especially since all 4 can be on the screen at the same time.
I know.
Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Like that'll be fun. And like they showed that you could like pick your character because like there was single player
Yep.
footage of like all 4 characters, which is cool because
can
you couldn't
confirm
do
that.
that. You couldn't do that in
And SMB.
New-
the
Yeah.
new Super Mario Bros. Games. You couldn't
Well,
pick your character.
the
can
characters
confirm
actually play different, so
Wait,
that's
what?
the reason.
You can't what? You could pick up people in New Super Mario Bros. We?
No.
Pick them.
You can't choose to play as Luigi
Oh.
single player
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, okay.
in New Super
Not
Mario
single
Bros.
player.
But Phil brings up a good point, which is that now the characters play different from one another. Whereas
Ah,
I
yeah.
wanted to play as anyway.
in New Super Mario Brothers, they're all exactly the same, though. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a good point. But I'm excited about being able to just solo Luigi or Peach or Buckenberry.
I wish it was regular Toad, but whatever.
Well,
I
if
said the same
didn't you
thing.
bring
color
us? Yeah.
thing-
I was gonna say I said the same thing. I was like, it should be Red Toad instead of Blue Toad. But then I thought, wait a minute, because of palette limitations, Toad had blue spots in the NES version of New Super Mario Brothers 2. So I wonder
the
if-
NES version of New Super Mario Bros. 2?
of Super Mario Brothers 2. I didn't say new. I don't know where you picked that up from.
Are you sure?
But
I think you said new, but you meant USA or whatever. I don't know.
I didn't say new. But anyway,
I think you did.
Who
Whatever.
cares? Who cares?
yeah. I
Moving on.
Wait,
It was Toto's Wolf.
I played the demo. Why should I?
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, it was really, 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 really fun. I was not the person on the gamepad, so I had to play with the Wii remote sideways. I played as Mario on both levels. It was really neat. I got to see Fire Peach for once.
Nice. How's she look?
She's got the ponytail and a white dress with the little dark pink frill things in the back,
That's very
all
cool.
red.
Nice.
Because like
Yeah.
we've seen Cat Peach, and we saw even at the end of the first game we saw Tanuki Peach, but I don't think we've seen
Mhm.
Fire Peach. At least I mean,
No.
you have, but we haven't.
We saw it barely in the trailer, but
Nice.
I saw it like full time, and it was really, really fun to see all the characters. The game was really good. We kind of racked up about over 50 lives on about halfway through the first level that we demoed. So
Yeah, that
was
sounds about right.
But I mean, we
You
all
share
our
lives though.
We all
Yeah.
we all share a lives counter, so that's pretty good. None of us died though, so
You know, everybody complained about that with 3D Land, but it doesn't bother me because like I would rather they just have infinite lives.
Yeah, I like how in New Super Mario Bros. 2 you could get crown as the max amount of lives, which is like 1,101.
me personally, I think it'd be a little bit more interesting if like they didn't just hand out lives willy nilly.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, what's your punishment for running out of lives and getting a game over? You have to start the level.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you have to start the level again if you die. So like, what's I feel like they should just do away with lives
Yeah.
as a gameplay element
Well,
because
like,
there's already no punishment for dying.
yeah,
I think they should do something different with the lives. Like you could still collect them, but you could spend them or something. I don't know.
And to create
On
power
what,
ups or something.
Josh?
I don't know. What could you buy at a Mario game? Like suits at a Toad house? Although that would be weird selling a 1-up mushroom to a Toad. Never mind.
Kind of dark.
Yeah.
You're selling your life. for
How
material
much is a
possessions.
life worth? Yeah.
Save these, eat these,
A life is
stomp
worth
these.
one
You're
cat.
doing it wrong.
What is the worth of a life?
But anyway,
But yeah.
I wanted to say like, fuck, I forgot already.
Of course you did.
Sorry,
Of course you did.
Sorry guys.
Mario is fun.
Yeah, Mario is fun. Oh yeah, okay. About the lives thing. All right. Like,
Yeah.
I complained about the same thing for 3D Land. Like they give you lives like out the ass, and then like I just feel like it's just there for like the fact that it's lives. Like it's a part of Mario. You know, you get 1-ups for lives.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like I don't think they should just do things for just tradition, just because they feel they need to. That's why Amazing Mirror is such a mess. You know. I feel like lives as a concept, especially in Mario games lately, it's unnecessary anymore.
Well, they have like
point system though.
Yeah, I like how the point system actually now, for the first time in any game, has some sort of use.
Yeah.
In judging like multiplayer proficiency.
Yeah, it's like showing which character did the best thing, of course.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. That reminds me of like Four Swords Adventures. You know, like you're cooperating, but at the end of the stage somebody wins. You know, so it's like, do you cooperate or do you be a dick or do you do both? I like that. That sounds like a lot of fun to me.
That is one of the things they mentioned.
Was, like the best one.
Like in like I think it was like the developer interview or whatever. They were saying how like you could choose to either cooperate or like compete.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. Like
yeah, I love that.
I gave my allies all the power-ups when we stored them, and they lost theirs. So it was more along the. Even though I was the one that carried everybody, it was more along the line of I'm trying to help everybody have fun with the game.
That's good. And that's probably what people will be doing when they play Super Mario 3D World. You know, like they're gonna have that dude that carries everybody else, like literally carry.
That's how the new Super Mario Bros. Games work.
Yeah. Exactly. Like I'm basing like my sort of multiplayer experience with New Super Mario Bros. Wii and sort of applying it to 3D World, and like I've had a lot of fun playing like New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Me too.
For players.
Absolutely.
It was a really good game.
So I honestly really can't wait for 3D World. I love 3D Land in combination with that multiplayer aspect of New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Very excited.
I look forward to it.
It looks like it's gonna be awesome.
Lot.
Yeah, it looks good.
Very good.
And that's 3D Land.
Yep. Yeah, that's Mario's offerings that they had.
What about Mario's old rival?
Oh, Donkey Kong. Yeah, let's talk about Donkey Kong. That game
He's a cool guy.
Mario.
Cameos. That's all I can say. Everything needs more Nintendo cameos.
Especially Kirby. About Game and Wario. I was like, wait, they didn't talk about that, did they?
No. We're talking about new Donkey Kong Country game with Dixie Kong.
Yeah, Dixie Kong.
It's an unnamed character.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's Kitty Kong.
It's gonna be another one they haven't announced yet.
Yeah, there's another character that's gonna be in it.
Really?
It's
probably
funky.
I have not heard.
Kitty Kong.
It better be Funky Kong.
I think it's gonna be funky. I don't think it's gonna be Kitty, because fuck Kitty.
They wouldn't. If Retro is not even willing to put K. Rool in this game, they're not gonna put Kitty Kong. Okay. But I'm super hyped for two big reasons. One of them is Dixie Kong, and the other reason is that you're gonna have to be able to play it with the gamepad. So I am hoping that there won't be stupid waggle bullshit.
Yeah.
There isn't waggle bullshit on the 3DS version.
No, there's not.
I actually personally liked the waggle on Donkey Kong Country Returns. So
you're the only one. So
sue me.
The thing about like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, that's what it's called. I didn't expect it. That's kind of what threw me for a loop.
I didn't expect it either. I was excited.
We didn't expect Returns when they first announced that.
No, that's true.
That's true.
So, and that's what made the reveal like so amazing.
Well, what I think was weird about the timing of this one was like they just came out with Returns 3D.
Yeah.
So like I was like, well, they're probably not gonna be doing another one for a long time, and then they were like, no, psych, we got you.
Well, and that one comes out this year too. Yeah. Like it's supposed to come out this year. Like that's crazy, man.
3D, like the port was handled by somebody else. Like another
yeah.
Not Rare.
Monsters.
1 year.
I keep calling Retro Rare. Like it's a bad habit of mine. But anyway,
I just want them to be.
Retro. They came out and said like, hey, we like help Nintendo with like a bunch of projects. but like we can only work on one game at a time, and like Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze is the game that they've been working on since Donkey Kong Country Returns.
That's
Like
pretty awesome.
they had a choice between doing Metroid, oh yeah, Metroid Prime, and Donkey Kong Country Returns, just Donkey Kong Country, excuse me. They had a choice between doing either, and they decided to go with Donkey Kong because like they felt like they still had more stuff to do with that.
I wanted to mention the trailers pretty heavily showed off swimming, which was something that was notably missing from Returns, and I think it's very cool that they're sort of, with swimming and with Dixie Kong, they're kind of trying to like, branch out and make this a more rounded Donkey Kong Country experience, which I am super happy to see.
I like that. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. I wonder if the animals are going to be back as like their past roles, like
Well, I mean, Rambi
Squawks.
was in Returns.
Yeah.
But he was the only one, and that was kind of.
But I mean, all of them.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that because there's swimming, that means On Guard will be back. That's what I'm hoping is the implication of that.
I wanted to say that like I think it's cool that it's like Vikings because it's kind of like Donkey Kong Country 2, but not like Donkey Kong Country 2 had like the pirates.
Pirates, yeah.
Right.
And like Vikings aren't too far off from pirates.
Yeah.
And like
I think pillaging and all that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like Donkey Kong Country Returns like very much wanted to be similar to the first game, and I feel like this one kind of wants to be like the second one.
With
and
Dixie
like
Kong.
yeah. And pillagers come on boats like
yeah. I hadn't really thought about that, but that's an excellent point, and I agree. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder why they're like avoiding K. Rool as like a main thing.
I get the impression, nobody said this, but just the fact that they've ignored him twice, I get the impression that Retro like doesn't like K. Rool or something, or that they
Gremlings in general.
That they think maybe he's too similar to Bowser and like the Koopalings. Like I don't know.
It could be. I mean, like I understand that.
I can understand.
Or maybe he will be in it. We didn't see very much of the
Yeah, he might pull an Andros and just be like, "You thought this guy was the villain the whole time? No way, son." Actually, that would be pulling a Ganondorf. Andros stole that from Ganondorf. But you don't know. You're absolutely right. He could be in it.
Well, I think it's kind of cool that like they have like a new force to deal with.
I'm totally okay with them like expanding the Donkey Kong universe, and I like K. Rool a lot. I would like to see him, but if that's not what they want to do, then I'm on board for the ride.
Yeah. I'm okay.
I just didn't like the Tikis too much.
No, the Tikis were boring.
Like the villain, yeah.
Yeah, I think
but
the
like,
Vikings
are
cool.
Cooler. Yeah. There's like a Viking.
Yeah, I like the
penguin.
Vikings.
Like, hello.
I like that the enemies too. You could tell just by kind of looking at them that they're sort of filling the roles of the enemies from the last game. Like there's that owl that's shaped like the flying Tiki.
Yeah.
So like I think it's neat. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, it should be good. I didn't expect it. Like, and that was like one of the only things that they didn't really say that was gonna be there.
That was their surprise game. Like they came out and said that was our surprise game.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Like that they showed, which is kind of disappointing. I was kind of disappointed that some of the like stagnant video game or Nintendo games or series weren't there. Like there was no Star Fox or Metroid or F-Zero or anything like that. They just kind of played it safe. Kirby has been treated like a saint the last like 2 years. Okay, give him a break.
Yeah. Kirby, Nintendo clearly cares more about Kirby than they care about like Metroid or
Star Fox.
Yeah.
But like they played it really safe this year, which is I mean I guess I understand it. The Wii U is in its infancy. I mean it needs these games more than it needs Metroid or Star Fox, but I would have liked to have seen Metroid and Star Fox.
Yeah.
Like, well, I was like before E3, obviously. Like we were always like, what's Retro up to? What's that? Like what are you guys up to? Okay? What have you been working on like for this longest time that you've been keeping it secret? And like I was actually hoping that it would be like a new IP. Like, hey, like they've done Metroid Prime, they've done Donkey Kong Country Returns. Like they've proved themselves. They can do something.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I was hoping for a new IP, but like Donkey Kong Country would excuse me. Donkey
Donkey
Kong
Kong Country
Country.
Tropical Freeze.
Donkey Kong Country returns.
Yeah.
Returns again.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Country Tropical
Strikes
Freeze
back.
is cool. Like I like the Jello world. I like the
Yeah, that looks
giraffes.
like a lot of fun.
Yummy.
Well, I feel like they want to get Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze out, and then maybe they'll work on their own IP. We don't know.
They made like 3 Metroid Prime games. I don't know why they can't make 2 Donkey Kongs.
Yeah.
They'll get their chance. They're just they're handling the franchises that Nintendo themselves doesn't want to handle. So
Yeah.
Pretty much.
let them.
So let them do Star Fox and Metroid.
While we're still on the subject of retro, like a lot of the former heads of retro moved to a different studio, like formed a new studio called Armature, and they're working on the Batman Arkham Origins game for portable systems, and it looks pretty fun.
I'm looking forward to their game. I love the Arkham series, and I'm hoping for something good. I have some high hopes for that.
People are saying like it feels like the new like studios, the new devs for like the Arkham Origins, I guess, because like Rocksteady's not working on it anymore. Like but like people are saying that they're playing it pretty safe. Like it feels like Arkham.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's
that's what people want. So might as well.
Yeah, they don't. I've heard the same thing. Like people are saying it's obvious they don't want to mess this up. So that's good that they're keeping that in mind.
They're going 60s Batman. That's why it's called Origins.
You can get the costume.
Yeah, you can play as like Adam West Batman.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God. That's gonna be great.
Since we're talking about portable games, let's move on to the other safe Nintendo franchise. Let's talk about Zelda. There's a few Zelda games.
Well, what do you want to talk about first?
There's not much to say about Wind Waker. I mean, so I guess we can talk about Wind Waker first.
There's new features.
It's Wind Waker.
Yeah, you can move faster.
Oh, did anyone else notice in the trailer? It looked like they showed off a new island at the very end.
Nope.
No, I didn't see that. I thought it looked like a new island. It was something I didn't recognize. But it has also been like 5 years since I've played that game, so it might have been an old island.
I'm pretty sure they came out and said that they're not really adding.
Yeah, they're not going to add. Like they said, that it's pretty much as it was.
Like
well, still, I mean, I'd like to replay Wind Waker again, you know?
Yeah.
They mentioned that they replaced the like Tingle Tuner with like some Amiibo stuff, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
They also mentioned that.
I wish you could use the Tingle Tuner still, like the gamepad's right there.
Yeah. You got gamepad, you got 3DSs.
Make it happen.
I guess not. I guess
yes, do.
It's good enough.
The two things that they mentioned that was like a big deal, really, was that they meant that there is a way to like unlock something that makes the ship go faster.
Yeah, it's another.
So you can traverse the water quicker, which is good because that was a drag.
And
then
they revised the Tingle side quest.
Yeah, they're doing something with the Triforce quest, which they didn't go into specifics for. Phil thinks that they're just gonna like. What did you say? I don't even remember.
They're just gonna like drop the price to
make it cheaper. Yeah.
Deciphering charts.
Yeah. I'm okay with, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like that's less a flaw of the game and just me like not being willing to do that shit, you know.
Yeah, I replayed Wind Waker recently, and the Triforce quest. The Triforce quest is my favorite part.
Yeah.
So I really don't mind like the price or the sailing around or anything.
Well, yeah, the sailing thing never got to me too much. Like a lot of people complained about it, but I never. I mean, you're on this adventure. You know, sailing is supposed to be this. The music and everything, just the sights and sounds when you're sailing is so adventurous, and I feel like if you thought that was too slow or plotting or something, you just got no adventurous spirit in you.
I know exactly.
It's also like discovery. You know, like you're like.
Yeah.
You're sailing and you're hoping to see something. You kind of see like a silhouette of an island in the distance, and you want to go there. You know, like check it out and do the dungeon or like a little puzzle, get a little item and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
It's adventure.
I just think there should have been a few more enemies that would show up, and that would have made it like, more sea fights, more ship fights. I felt
Yeah, I
like
thought
it was
thought
kind of
that's the way it
empty
was.
a lot of the time. The sea.
Well,
Well,
it's
it
just
is
everything like had to look.
Isn't that? Have you ever been on a boat before?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is.
That's how the ocean is. But you would still find these little nuggets of. You would see like the ghost ship or like a weird
Right.
raft with like a dude on it.
Yeah.
I just I ate that up, so I never had a
Kind of
problem with
makes
that.
sense
It was
given
the
the setting.
it was the exorbitant highway robbery of Tingle that fired me up.
I look forward to Wind Waker HD a lot. Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda game,
Mhm.
so I look forward to playing it again. But it's not new. So let's talk about the new game.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what is it? A Link Between,
Two Worlds.
Is that what they're
Two
calling
worlds.
it?
It's
Link
between worlds. I don't
is it?
believe there's.
There's no 2?
I
No two.
I think it's a link between worlds.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Probably.
Which flows a little bit better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's,
I guess.
it's got a little nicer ring to it. But dude, I think that game looks great. And
Yeah.
I was never. I'm kind of an outspoken, not a huge fan of Link to the Past. But I love top-down Zeldas. Like I love Link's Awakening and both of the Oracle games and Minish Cap and Four Swords Adventures.
Spirit Tracks and
But
Phantom Hourglass.
so
No. Shut up.
not those. But so yeah, like I think it looks great. The items and the crazy, the papery wall mechanic looks like a really fun, sort of out of the box. Like it makes you have to think outside the box, And I'm hoping that it doesn't devolve into Super Paper Mario bullshit, where it just makes me paranoid and makes me want to go onto every wall in the entire game and see what I can reach. I'm hoping that they balance it nicely.
I'm sure they will.
I'm gonna be doing that anyway. Just
Okay.
throwing that out there. Checking every little hole.
But yeah, I mean, I think it looks great. I love what they're doing with. I mean, ever since they first revealed it, they didn't reveal too much new about it at E3, but
No, they didn't show like anything new.
just
really.
I love everything about it. That like you can bounce into the foreground, and they're using the 3D stuff well, which I think is neat. Even though ironically you become 2D.
I'm not a huge fan of top-down Zeldas, so I'm not.
Okay, I'm the opposite here. Alright, I love
I like
top-down
Mesh
Zeldas.
Cap.
I prefer
That's
top-down
really good.
Zeldas. And so, like, I'm super excited about this game.
Yeah.
And, like, it's sort of like that Super Mario 3D Land type thing where it has 2D gameplay but incorporates, like, 3D elements. And so, like, I love 3D Land. I love top-down shit. Top-down Zelda. So, it's gonna be awesome. I love the walking in the walls mechanic too.
Yeah,
It's
looks
fun.
fun.
It looks cool. Like I want to play it. I just I'm not hugely into the top-down Zelda games, so like I'm not as excited as I would be if it was just another 3D Zelda. But I appreciate that you don't have to use the touchpad to control Link.
Yeah. That was a pain in the butt for the DS games.
Well, with the 3DS one, they wouldn't do that to begin with, I don't think, because like isn't it I mean, you got to be able to use the 3D. You got to be able to have Link on the top screen.
Right.
That's the point of 3DS. Got to have a 3D. Can't have him on the bottom screen. There's no 3D there.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Zaza.
Yeah.
You know what they should do? Because Super Mario 3D Land had like a Zelda themed level where it was kind of top down. Because you could go into the wall, they should have like a little 2D section of like World 1-1. Yeah,
Yeah.
something.
They should do that.
Yeah.
Could be, they should just do a whole dungeon where it's just on the wall.
Well, Link's Awakening had all kinds of like Goombas and stuff.
Yeah.
Do it in the style of like Luigi or something. So it's like, oh hey, the year of Luigi also invades Zelda.
Yeah.
I know they're not, but that'd be fun.
Yeah. Nice little references to what Nintendo said this year is.